We begin with an update from Moscow, where 2 days after the concert hall attack, Russia has charged 4 men it says are responsible for killing at least 137 people. Courtroom images and video show the suspects bandaged and bruised, with one seemingly disoriented and struggling to keep his eyes open. They've been remanded in pretrial custody until late May, and all 4 suspects have been charged with terrorism and face life in prison. The Moscow District Court said 3 of the 4 have pleaded guilty to all charges, and a total of 11 people have been detained by Russian authorities. The Islamic State has claimed responsibility and released footage of the attack, and the video appears to have been filmed from the lobby of the concert hall. It reportedly shows the gunmen with blurred faces and garbled voices firing assault rifles in the lobby of the concert hall as victims lay helpless on the floor. Now, Russian President Vladimir Putin has vowed to punish those behind the barbaric attack. However, so far he has made no public reference to the Islamic State's claims of responsibility. In fact, reports say Russia is instead pursuing a Ukrainian link. The Russian president also said that the attackers tried to escape to Ukraine.
Now, the main thing is not to let those behind this bloodbath to commit new crimes. Regarding the investigation of this crime and results of operational search actions, I can now say the following. All 4 of the actual performers of the act of terror, all those who shot and killed people, were found and detained. They tried to hide and were moving in the direction of Ukraine. There, according to the preliminary data, they had a crossing of the border prepared from the Ukrainian side. Overall, 11 people were detained. It is already obvious that we faced not just a cynically planned act of terror, but a premeditated mass killing of unarmed people. The criminals had a set goal of killing, shooting our citizens on sight in cold blood. All the executors, planners, and those who ordered this crime will be rightfully and inevitably punished, whoever they are and whoever directed them. Let me repeat, we will identify and punish everyone who stood behind the terrorists and prepared this attack against Russia, against our people.
Now, Ukraine has denied any role in the attack, and the United States has also denied any Ukrainian involvement, saying that ISIS in fact bore sole responsibility. Now, the White House also said that the United States government shared information with Russia earlier this month about a planned attack in Moscow and had issued a public advisory to all Americans in Russia. However, Moscow cast doubt on the assertions by Washington, and it appears innocent civilians paid the price as 4 men burst into the Crocus City Hall for a concert, spraying people with bullets. Now Moscow is reckoning with the deadliest attack inside Russia in 2 decades. And authorities said the death toll could rise, with at least a dozen victims still in critical condition. Now, on Sunday, Russia observed a nationwide day of mourning, and Russian President Vladimir Putin lit a candle in memory of the victims of the attack. Flags were lowered to half-mast, and thousands of people paid tribute outside the Crocus City Hall. Mourners gathered with flowers, candles, and toys for the memorial.
A terrible tragedy happened to us on Friday evening. Nobody, of course, expected this. But do you know what I want to say? There is no panic among the people. Absolutely no panic. There is only righteous anger. I want to say that we will become stronger in any case. We have already become stronger. We will win.
My first reaction was that of horror, because this is simply impossible, especially when children are involved.
We stand in solidarity with such a great sorrow, when in fact, this pain cannot be expressed in words.
Meanwhile, the French government also raised its terror alert warning to its highest level following the attack in Moscow. French Prime Minister Emmanuel Macron said the decision, which comes months ahead of the Olympic Games in Paris, was taken in light of the Islamic State claiming responsibility for the attack and the threats weighing on France.